In this training, we're going to start out with an introduction, and then we're going to go over the ServiceNow UI, including the left navigation, the header bar, and we'll do a brief overview of a home page. For your introduction, ServiceNow is how your company is helping you get your IT-related questions and requests fulfilled. In this presentation, you'll be walked through how to use the ServiceNow User Interface in order to get you comfortable with the new software. A quick note, this instance of ServiceNow that we will be using for this presentation has the base Killerkin ATV deployment. Your interface may look or behave slightly different as your company may have deployed some custom configurations to meet the business needs. However, the basics you'll be learning today in this training should still apply. Upon logging into the ServiceNow instance, you will be given this view. We have a header bar, a left nav, and a dashboard or a home page. Now let's start with the left nav. Here in our default view, our left navigation is collapsed. In order to expand the left navigator, we can either use the expand or collapse feature here on the left-hand side at the bottom, or we can open up the type filter text. Once the left nav is open, we can now see all of the applications and modules that we have the ability to see based on our roles, in this case our end user roles, within ServiceNow. We can use a type filter to filter even further by searching for items we may be looking for. In this case, let's look for incident. As you can see by typing, it tries to predictively bring back what you're typing in dynamically by each letter. As I type in the word incident, the applications and the modules I have access to containing those letters and then the full term incident will appear. You can click in any of these and it will take you to that application's modules, in this case a list of my incidents as the end user I'm logged in as. You can add this as a favorite by clicking the star. Once you've clicked the star, this will now appear in your favorites, which is the star up here at the top. Now we can see we have our home and our self-service incidents. We can collapse again and see that we can still get to the home or back to our list of incidents that we've submitted, or any other favorites we've added throughout our time with ServiceNow. We can also edit our favorites, so if we expand out the list and we're in the favorites tab, we can click the edit button. It will now allow us to select our favorites. In this case we're looking at home, or we can go to self-service incidents. We can rename this, so in this case these are actually my incidents as the logged in user. Maybe we want to change the color or the icon that it's showing. And once we've edited all of our favorites to the way we want them, we can hit done, and that'll save our changes. We can then collapse and hover over to see which those icons have been renamed or what they are taking us to. We can then click on them to take us where we need to go. In this case, we can go back to our home page by clicking on the home icon. Another way to get to your home page is by utilizing the header bar. Let's start with the header bar from left to right. First, you'll see your company logo. In this case, we see the ServiceNow logo. Your company logo should appear here after the ATV has been deployed for your organization. If you click on the logo, it will reload or take you to your home page. On the right, we have your picture and your name. By clicking the little down arrow, we can get to our user profile or log out. Let's go over the user profile. This is an example of what your user profile may look like within ServiceNow. Depending upon the configurations your company has rolled out, you may have access to change some of these items. Your date time format, the time zone that you're in. You may even have access to add your mobile phone or your business phone in here. It's really up to how your organization has decided what access to grant you. Next we have the Toggle Connect sidebar. This will actually open what ServiceNow calls Connect. It is a chat feature within the ServiceNow platform where you can talk to other people in your organizations. So if you wanted to, say, start a new chat with someone in your business that you know has access to ServiceNow, you can come in here and start a new conversation. If you have existing chats or somebody has tried to chat with you, they will display here in the right hand area where it says to click the plus button to connect. Also, if this is collapsed or closed, a 1 or a number will appear up here within this connect sidebar to tell you if you have unread chats. Next is the help sidebar. This is a good way for you to get familiar with other areas of ServiceNow that maybe have been rolled out that we do not cover in today's training. And finally, your user preferences. So this is an area for you to come in and modify the ServiceNow user interface to better meet your needs. Maybe you want to do accessibility enablements, which will make things like the text appear larger. Things will, hover over help will be a little bit more robust. You can change the theme if your company allows you to have access to this, so you can change the coloring of the instance. If you are in list views, you can wrap the column text, and we'll see that in a later training. How forms will look. So the user profile behind us is a form within ServiceNow, so you can change how certain things work and how they look. And finally, for notifications, this is how you can turn on and off notifications coming to you from the ServiceNow instance. That could be emails to you when your requests to IT get updated, or maybe when IT is trying to get a hold of you through the platform, or if things are happening and you've got the instance open in a tab and you're looking at something else and you want flyouts to come at you on your desktop so you can see notifications, pop-up notifications. This is where you can modify these. Understand that this section or some of these sections could be hidden based on what your ServiceNow administrator has deemed necessary or unnecessary for you to see based on your roles. And finally, we'll talk about home pages and dashboards. You'll hear homepage and dashboard in your time using the ServiceNow platform. That means the same thing. So here we're looking at the self-service dashboard or the self-service homepage. Each of these sections contains information. Now this is just an example of one. Your default one may look a little different. But this is just an area where you can get some information as to what's going on, whether it's news or you want, maybe your company's rolled out knowledge base and you want to search the knowledge base, or you want to contact IT, see what's going on. These are all different areas that you may have access to that your company's allowing you to see when you log in on your dashboard. All dashboards have drillable user interface, so you can click into any of these things to get more information or see what that is. So let's say that you've opened a ticket with IT. In this case, they're generally called incidents, right? So you've submitted something to IT that says something is broken, and you want to go in here and see how that's going, right? So we've got a software incident in here that we can't access SAP. We can click into this to see what's going on. And we can always go back to our homepage as needed. And with that, that wraps up our overview of the ServiceNow user interface. Thank you for taking your time to go through this quick training. And for future trainings or other information, please see your knowledge base or reach out to your ServiceNow admin.